Honest reactions of reading Genesis 1 for the second time. I have read this before once. I literally just picked it up and started reading, so I thought I'm going to go back and reread Genesis 1 through 25. So this will be the second time now that I've gotten into a flow of things. So I'm going to start here at Genesis 1. The account of creation. It's quite a thought about that, right? In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The earth was formless and empty, and darkness covered the deep waters, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. So, me rereading this, I really kind of want to go through it. I feel like I really want to go through it kind of faster, but at the same time, there's so many questions. Because in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth was formless and empty, and darkness covered the deep waters, and the Spirit of God was hovering over the surface of the waters. So there was no land, right? He created earth, but it's saying that there was just dark waters. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. And God saw that the light was good. Then he separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day and the darkness night. And evening passed and morning came, marking the first day. So he's got earth that is just dark waters, and then suddenly there's light, and he creates light and dark. But here's the other thought. Where is God? Where is God? If he created the heavens and the earth, where is he? Is there other people with God? Is he, she, it, the? I don't know. It's probably the most. It's probably the biggest question out there for anyone. Then God said, "Let there be a space between the waters to separate the waters of the heavens and from the waters of the earth." And that is what happened. God made this space to separate the waters of the earth from the waters of the heavens. God called the space sky. And evening passed and morning came, marking the second day. Then God said, "Let the waters beneath the sky flow together into one place, so dry ground may appear." And that is what happened. God called the dry ground land, and the waters seas. See, when I was first reading this, I didn't really catch on to all that. So that's why I'm really trying to take a moment, think about what I'm reading, and reread this, because before I didn't really realize that the earth, when he said it, didn't have land, but now he has shown that there is land. Okay. And God called the dry ground land, and the waters seas. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let the land sprout with vegetation, every sort of seed-bearing plants and trees that grow seed-bearing fruit. These seeds will then produce the kinds of plants and trees from which they came." And that is what happened. The land produced vegetation, all sorts of seed-bearing plants and trees with seed-bearing fruit. Their seeds produced plants and trees of the same kind. And God saw that it was good. And evening passed and morning came, marking the third day. Then God said, "Let lights appear in the sky to separate the day from the night. Let them be signs to mark the seasons, days, and years. Let these lights in the sky shine down on the earth." This must be the stars, right? Then God said, "Let lights appear in the sky to separate the day from the night. Let them be signs to mark the seasons, days, and years. Let these lights in the sky shine down on the earth." And that is what happened. So that has to be the stars, because we also have constellations that everyone has been able to navigate the seas and the land, and they've never changed. And that goes into science as well as the question, did God create that? And science is always there, because these constellations have been around forever. People have navigated them for thousands of years and used them. Okay. God made two great lights, one larger one to govern the day, and the smaller one to govern the night. He also made the stars. Oh, we just said stars. God set these lights in the sky to light the earth, to govern the day and the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And evening passed and morning came, marking the fourth day. So here's a good question. So, space between the waters, he saw earth, sky for heavens, God calls and the water spots. On the first day, there was light and there was darkness. But on the fourth day, he then creates the sun and the moon, these two great lights, as well as the stars. So where was there light and darkness without the sun and the moon from the first day to the fourth? We understand the light and darkness because the sun is around us? This is a good question, I think, unless that's, maybe someone can answer it. I'd welcome that. So then God said, let the waters swarm with fish and other life. Let the skies be filled with birds of every kind. So God created great sea creatures and every living thing that scurries and swarms in the water, and every sort of bird, each producing offspring of the same kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply. Let the fish fill the seas, and let the birds multiply the earth. And evening passed, and morning came, marking the fifth day. So now we have fish. Then God said, let the earth produce every sort of animal, each producing offspring of the same kind, livestock, small animals that scurry along the ground, and wild animals. And that is what happened. God made all sorts of wild animals, livestock, and small animals, each able to produce offspring of the same kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, let us make human beings in our image, to be like us. They will reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, the livestock, and the wild animals on the earth, and the small animals that scurry along the ground. Now, this is where I was starting to question things at the very beginning also, because he says, then God said, let us make human beings in our image to be like us. Who is us? I think I've asked that before, but it's a big, big question. I mean, that's literally here in the account of creation at the very beginning. He's saying it. So, who is that? So God created human beings in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. Human beings. Not just, well, male and female, so two. Okay, yes. Then God blessed them and said, be fruitful and multiply. Fill the earth and govern it. Reign over the fish in the sea, the birds in the sky, and all the animals that scurry along the ground. Then God said, look, I have given you every seed-bearing plant throughout the earth, and all the fruit trees for your food. And I have given every plant as food for all the wild animals, the birds in the sky, and the small animals that scurry along the ground, everything that has life. And that is what happened. Then God looked over all he had made, and he saw that it was very good. And evening passed, and morning came, marking the sixth day. This, we've got this question here of, I'm really wondering, who is us? Because God literally says it. Let us make human beings in our image to be like us. He created heavens and earth, but the earth was formless and empty, and darkness covered the deep waters and spirit. So on the first day he created light and dark, but yet on the fourth day we didn't have light and dark until then. Granted, I mean it's God, so maybe he sees everything, and he was just going, hey, I see the light and I see the darkness, but I need a light bulb. So there we go.